I'm James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 12th of October. After some pretty warm weather here of late, got some big weather changes coming up, and down the line, evidence of maybe a little freezing here before Halloween. Let's take a look. First off, the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, from Birmingham, looking north from the Daniel Building. Readings are around 60 in most spots. That's the Tuscaloosa Skycam looking off toward DCH Regional Medical Center in the south end zone of Bryant-Denny Stadium. Clara Verner Tower on the campus of the University of Alabama. And from Montgomery, the Gump. That's the Eastern Bypass early this morning. Water vapor satellite shot, big upper low near Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that will bring at least a chance of scattered showers and storms later today and tonight. Not what we need, but we'll take what we get. And, of course, down there in the bottom of the picture, that's a hurricane, Hurricane Paula. We'll talk about as well. Yeah, yesterday, about as warm as it gets in October around here. The official high for Birmingham was 88. That tied the record for the date. Last set in 1919. And you can see those numbers were close to 90 for Muscle Shoals, Memphis, Nashville, Paducah, Kentucky. But again, they'll be down today, and you'll really notice a big difference later this week. This morning, a big MCS is rolling through South Louisiana with a big rain event there just west of New Orleans and Baton Rouge. That's been holding together pretty nicely during the night, but of course all that stays south of here. But later today, more convection will likely form. And look at that risk of severe weather today. The standard slight risk, all of Mississippi, much of Louisiana, southeast Arkansas, and extreme west Alabama, basically along and west of Alabama 17. And as the storms move on into the state later tonight, they should weaken with time. But during the peak of the daytime heating process this afternoon, there could be a few storms that might produce some hail and strong winds in that region to the west of here. In the QPF chart, not much. And again, due to the scattered nature of this stuff, some people will see nothing tonight. But we might see some folks that pick up a third or 1/2 inch. Lucky people. The smoothed averages there suggest rainfall amounts of 1/10 to 1/4 inch. And that's not going to break this really, the back of this long dry spell. We've gone 13 days in a row without rain. All right, tropics, things are quiet except for the newly formed Hurricane Paula in the far western Caribbean. Paula's moving off the coast of Central America, and it's packing sustained winds of 75 miles an hour. It's a minimal hurricane moving northwest at 10. Steering currents initially are going to be weak. Most models just kind of loop this thing around the western Caribbean for the next 5 days, but we note a few of them, including the GFDL, they want to take it into the westerlies and pull it northeast quickly. And I do think at some point that happens. We just don't know when, but I do not think this will be a problem for the central Gulf Coast. The intensity scheme, most of the models weaken this as it'll be encountering some pretty strong shear in a few days, and also some dry air will be pushing down from the north on that. So more than likely it will peak in intensity in the short term and then weaken later this week. And there's the official track. They've got this thing just kind of hanging around the western tip of Cuba all weekend long as a tropical storm. Hurricane warnings are in effect for the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. But again, we'll watch that, but I just don't think it's an issue here at all. Check the GFS that's valid at noon today. This is the OZ run, and there's your upper level low near Fort Smith, Arkansas. And down below that at midday, the GFS has the bulk of the showers and storms still west of here, maybe some creeping over into west Alabama at midday. We'll go to tonight. This is coming off the RPM, the 4-kilometer high-resolution run. And this is valid at 0430Z, which is 11:30 local time tonight. And some pretty decent storms showing up over there near the Mississippi border. But note the scattered nature of this stuff. That's why I don't want anybody to get excited about rain tonight, because a lot of folks are going to get nothing. But some people could get a good downpour. So, it's the luck of the draw. It's hit and miss. And no human at this hour of the day knows if it's actually going to look like that. But it could. But we'll see we'll watch the radar trends carefully. And then on Wednesday, the deeper moisture is on by. We note some evidence the GFS tries to keep a little moisture lingering in here. So I guess it's conceivable there might be a blip on radar Wednesday, but I'd say that's fairly unlikely. In fact, we don't have that in our forecast. We have just the sky being partly sunny. And then on Thursday, the trough sharpens up nicely. Down below that, a nice pattern of cool air advection. The GFS is showing a high of 73 on Thursday with a nice north breeze, and Friday should be a gorgeous fall day. We start the day in the mid-40s. Some of the colder valleys could wind up in the upper 30s. The high will be in the 70s, and there's Saturday, a wonderful day to kick off the weekend. The GFS is showing a high of 72 and a morning low of 47. Doesn't that sound good? And the number's almost identical on Sunday. Lows in the 40s, highs in the 70s. Glorious fall weather. On Monday of next week, we stay dry. And a week from today, still dry, although we notice rain developing over the plain states. We'll check the middle of next week on the 21st. Look at the southwest flow aloft developing with a trough axis off to the west. And down below that, yes, a chance of showers in about 8 or 9 days out there. We'll take that. And look what happens here on the 22nd. Cool air begins to flow in on the 23rd. Look at the trough over the east. Strong vortex coming through the base of that thing, and down below that, nice cool air advection. And yes, we note the tropical system lifting out. Could that be Paula? Yes. Paula might just hang around down there in the Caribbean for 10 days and finally kick out, but no doubt with this big trough developing, it's going to kick out and not be a problem here. The 24th, look at the cool air coming. And on the 25th, that's a cold pattern right there for the eastern U.S. Polar vortex over eastern Canada, very strong trough over the east. And down below that, that's very brisk and chilly. And on the 27th, the trough is still there. The cold air is still there. And again, this is just showing a very cold pattern as we approach Halloween. And inevitably, if this is right, we'll have a morning or two with temperatures maybe at the freezing mark for a lot of folks. So no doubt we expect some frost on these Halloween pumpkins and just maybe the first freeze of the season as well. We'll see, but I think that idea is very valid. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog, the next video by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.